semestres más para mejorar. Les digo en serio, si por ejemplo en una prueba de suficiencia se les dice algo tan sencillo y no entienden, it's gonna be a big problem. O sea, no se tomen a la ligera. Todavía tienen tiempo para ir puliendo lo que son sus skills, ¿ok? Pero no se lo tomen tan a la ligera porque les comento, ya les he dicho un montón de veces, ese examen, el examen de suficiencia no es un examen que no, es facilito por aquí, por acá y le puedo ver la cara al profe, no. Ahí se les toma muy en cuenta todo lo que ustedes han aprendido. Y personalmente, cuando yo tomo un speaking y les pregunto una cosa tan sencilla como tell me what are you studying, y me dicen no lo entendí, profe, automáticamente yo sé que esa persona no va a pasar. Le repito naturalmente tantas veces como sea necesario, pero yo con la primera vez que me diga eso yo sé que no va a pasar, porque si no entiende algo tan sencillo como ¿qué estás estudiando? You know it's gonna be no possible just for them to get there. Bueno, pero en este caso just like own perspective, okay? Perfecto. Yeah. Describe and recommend movies, just like if you were doing this in Spanish, you know? You watched an amazing movie and you want to tell to your friends that that was so good, so of course, what are we gonna do? Recommend. ¿Cómo recomiendo? En español, ¿cómo recomiendo algo? En general, no solo películas. Lisbeth, recomiéndame un restaurante o un lugar de comida que te haya gustado full. Puede ser cualquier lugar. En Spanish.
¿En español?
Yeah, sure.
Yo recomiendo el Chifa Océano aquí en Quito.
Okay, why? ¿Por qué?
Porque tiene comida súper rica y es súper económico.
Okay, very nice, I like it. Vamos ahora, ¿en dónde queda?
En Valle de los Chillos.
Está lejísimos. Bueno. Okay, yeah, that sounds interesting. John, recomiéndame lo mismo. Un lugar de comida o algo así.
Acá en el Coca, una cevichería, la huaca del encebollado.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué me recomiendas ese lugar? Exacto.
Exacto, porque acá en todo el Coca sería el mejor encebollado que hay.
Uy, en serio, me dio hambre. Me encanta el encebollado. Sí. Pero sí, ¿ok? Más, necesito que me... O sea, si solo me dices eso, digo, ok, pero try to convince me. Trata de convencerme. Más información sobre eso.
Sería un paradero del seco de gallina criolla que ahí prácticamente venden todo criollo, pato, gallina y por ahí hasta aguanta.
Ya.
Se llama La Criollita, se llama.
Interesante. Ok, Melanie. The same question for you. In Spanish is okay. Recomiéndame un lugar para comer.
De dicho, yo les recomendaría comer en cualquiera de los restaurantes en el patio de comidas del Malecón de Esmeraldas,
¿ya?
En Las Palmas. Okay. Porque, bueno, ahí hay mucha variedad en la que se puede encontrar cualquier tipo de comida, o sea, costeña, además de que también puede apreciar una linda vista del mar, también de la caída, o sea, de la caída del sol, el atardecer, bueno, se puede entretener bastante.
Okay. Caída del sol en inglés sería sunset, ok, la puesta del sol en la tarde. Sunset, it's something very interesting. Ok, en general, démonos cuenta de algo. Cuando nos estaban mencionando todo esto, recomendando, de cierta manera estaban haciendo que describiendo, ok, ¿cómo describo yo? Ya me mencionaron antes, dijeron con adjetivos, con características, con cosas que resalten lo que estamos hablando. Entonces prácticamente es igual acá. Okay. Cuando estamos describiendo una película, voy a hablar sobre sus características, sobre qué trata. Okay. Entonces, this is going to be vocabulary to describe movies in general. Okay. Those are going to be something interesting. So here we go. In this part, just let me check if I'm sharing the sound. Yep. You're going to listen because this is the description. Okay. You got right there the description, but what I want you to listen is the word that they are saying. Okay. It's something very nice. Here we go.
Funny. Funny.
So what is that? You tell me.
Funny.
Funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
Divertido.
What is funny? Fun is something that makes you laugh. In Spanish we say, okay, that's divertido. Sure. Okay, bad in English, you can actually describe like that. Okay, well, what is that? It's something that makes you laugh a lot, so sure, that's funny. Se escribe funny, se pronuncia funny, como el nombre, no mucho cuidado. That's funny. What about this one? We're talking about something that is very, very funny. Okay, something that's very, very funny.
Hilarious.
What is that?
Hilarious. Hilarious.
What word did you get there?
Hilarious.
You got the idea, ya tienes la idea, pero escuchemos la pronunciación.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Okay, somebody?
Divertido.
No, I mean, I know the translation, don't worry about it. I want you to listen to the word, que entiendan la palabra, la pronunciación.
Hilarious.
What is that? And it's actually something similar to what we have in Spanish.
Hilarious.
Parecida a una palabra que tenemos en español. Okay, so I need you to listen.
Hilarious.
What is that? Alguien. Vamos con Ángel. Ángel, tell me the word.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that's it. Hilarious, se escribe hilarious, se pronuncia hilarious, okay? ¿Qué significa esto? Hilarante. Okay, something that it's very, very funny. ¿Cuál es más divertido? Funny or hilarious? ¿Cuál creen ustedes?
Hilarious.
Yeah, of course. That's more funny because, yeah, the description actually you got that's something very, very funny. Okay? Another adjective, pretty useful to talk about it. Okay? Let's get a listen to this one.
Silly. Silly.
Okay? It's easy, this one.
Silly.
What is that?
Silly.
Silly, yeah. So, silly means something that's not serious. Something that could be considered almost stupid. En este caso, stupid no es como un insulto, ¿no? Simplemente es una elocuencia a que es algo muy tonto. Okay, como que sin sentido. It's something, you know, silly. Just gotta go ahead. There we go. Okay.
Boring.
So easy. We already learned about this one. This is boring, okay? Something that's not interesting. So actually, you can say boring because it's something that's not interesting. You know, you can be watching maybe Fast and Furious and this, oh my gosh, this movie is so freaking boring. Okay? There we go.
Weird.
This is
Weird.
Weird.
yeah, that's just weird. Okay, here you need to understand something because weird is an interesting word because yeah, weird is something very strange or unusual. Okay, strange is extraño. Something very strange or unusual. Okay, but here you need to understand that it's in a negative way. Okay, no es algo, por ejemplo, raro, exótico, interesante. No, it's negative. Okay, so you just need to be in mind because it's something that's actually not very good. Okay, you got it. Pretty easy. That's weird. Okay, se escribe weird, se pronuncia weird.
Weird.
Okay, just with the letter I right there. That's actually something interesting. Okay, that's weird. Yep.
Mi compañero Sebastián Cabezas dice que la acepta es que se le fue la luz y está intentando...
Mami, también traerá chuletas de res.
Sebastián Cabezas.
Chuletas de res.
Ok. Hasta las 11:25 acepto. Pasado esa hora ya no les acepto.
No, sí estaba conectado, teacher, sino que se le salió.
Ok, no problem. Pero es en general, porque veo que hay otras personas también. Pero pasado esa hora, again, it's any other wrong, guys. Okay? Well, don't worry. We were talking about something weird, you know? You can actually describe many movies that are so weird. Okay? Something you are going to remember. One word to say something you're going to remember. Con una palabra podemos decir todo esto. Something you're going to remember. What is that?
Unforgettable.
This is a nice one.
Unforgettable.
What is that?
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable. Okay? Es inolvidable. Forgettable, olvidable. Unforgettable, inolvidable, something that you may want actually, something you may won't forget because it's maybe something very interesting. So of course that's unforgettable, something you will not forget. Okay, so this one about love. This is so easy.
Romantic.
Okay, this is cognate. Like in Spanish, romantic movies, romantic things, describe them. There we go. Esto es muy interesante. Something that makes you think. Something that makes you think. ¿Cómo digo something that makes you think with just one word? Easy, with this one.
Thought-provoking.
Okay. Thought-provoking.
Thought-provoking.
En Spanish no se me viene a la mente cómo decir esta palabra, thought-provoking. It's something that makes you think. Algo que les va a hacer pensar mucho. Tal vez reflexionar, razonar. Just thinking about those different stuff. Talking about movies, yeah, of course, there are a lot of movies that actually are thought-provoking. It's something very interesting. Okay, and finally we got this one.
Violent.
Violent. Okay, it's similar to Spanish. Bloody with a lot of fighting and killing. Bloody viene de blood, que es sangre. Bloody, sangriento. With a lot of fighting and killing. Okay, so it's just like talking about this different part. You can actually describe different movies with these different characteristics or different adjectives you just got right here. Okay, so in order to start with this part, we are going to go ahead. Okay, so actually you just need to remember. Here we got the vocabulary. Okay, ¿para qué nos sirve este vocabulario? Actually for describing. Okay, just for describing. So how can you describe? Actually talking about the different characteristics, and that's it. Like funny. What's funny? Something that makes you laugh. Okay, what is hilarious? A ver, a quién le pregunto what is hilarious. Here we go with Sebastian. What is hilarious? What's the meaning of hilarious?
En español.
Nope, the meaning.
En inglés. It's very funny or
something very, very funny. That's it. Pretty easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Juan, tell me what is silly. What is silly? What's the meaning in English? What's the definition of silly?
Silly, I can't remember.
Here you go. It's actually right here. What is silly?
Not serious, almost stupid.
Okay, yeah, not serious, almost stupid. How could you say silly in Spanish? ¿Cómo pudiéramos decirlo en español? Something silly. What do you think? ¿Cómo digo silly en Spanish? ¿Alguien? Muy sencillo. Silly es como... ¿Perdón?
Tonto.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, it's just saying like tonto. It's another way to say tonto, okay? Pero no en el sentido de ser, por ejemplo, hasta cierto punto grosero, sino dices silly de una manera muy tranquila, ¿no? Así como decir, pobre perrito tonto, que sé yo, ojalá así, just like because he was doing something bad, I'm not sure, okay? No trata de ser grosero, okay? Porque si hay otras personas que dicen, tonto, ay, me insultó. No, it's just not about that. It's just like trying to say that there's something not serious or something that, bueno, aquí a pesar de que sea almost stupid, I'm decir, cheque grosero, but it's not trying to say that part, okay? Fernanda, what is something boring?
Not interesting.
Yeah, something that's not interesting, something that can get your attention in. So yeah, that's right. Allison, tell me what's weird. What's the meaning of weird? Try to say with your own words, okay? Con sus propias palabras. Sí, ahí tenemos prácticamente la respuesta, ¿no? But try to say with your own words. That's good. It's gonna be a good exercise for you. Allison?
Weird, me dijo, ¿no?
Yeah, weird. Weird. What is weird? Jocelyn, tell me what's weird to you. Can be considered weird?
Algo raro.
What? Jocelyn, I can hear you.
le digo en español.
No, try to say in English. That's the key.
O sea, es algo raro, algo extraño.
I know that's the translation, but okay. I mean, I didn't need the translation because I know what's the translation. I need the meaning. Como la definición interna en inglés. What could be something weird? Something strange, something rare, something that's not normal, you know? Eso es prácticamente cómo definir ciertas cosas con otro tipo de vocabulario. Belén, tell me what's something unforgettable.
Aquí estoy en clases.
¿Tenemos que describirle o decirle qué significa?
Ambos son lo mismo. Lo que no quiero saber es la traducción, porque yo sé cuál es la traducción. Sino que me escribas, what's unforgettable for you?
Very funny, algo así, como muy divertido.
Nada que ver. Unforgettable, something you're going to remember, something that you cannot forget. Okay, Ariel, tell me, what's unforgettable?
That's a feeling that we can't forget. We cannot forget.
We cannot forget.
Like our ex-girlfriend.
Very nice, very good definition. It's probably a feeling about something that you are not going to be able to forget because it's something that touched you, maybe. Okay, very nice. Here we go with Lisette. Tell me what's romantic. Lisette.
Sí.
Romantic.
The beautiful, lindo, algo así.
Okay, sounds interesting. Something beautiful, maybe. Could be, but because love is beautiful, well, you know. Jorge, tell me what's romantic, maybe for you.
Easy is a feeling for love.
Okay, it's a feeling related with love, maybe. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Sebastian, tell me what's thought-provoking.
Provoking to fight another person.
Not at all. Maybe thought-provoking is something that are going to carry you to put attention most of the time because you're going to get hooked. And yeah, it's just like I say, something that's going to make you reflect about any topic. So, of course, that could be. And violent, well, you know, it's just like bloody with a lot of fighting and killing. Okay, so right here, what are you going to do right now? You got different characteristics, different adjectives for describing movies. Okay? So what you're going to do is write some movies that for you, para ustedes, son funny, hilarious, silly, boring, weird, unforgettable, romantic, thought-provoking movie, and violent movies. Okay? Van a escribir 2 movies for each one of these different characteristics. Okay? Parte del trabajo es que lo busquen el tema en inglés, el título en inglés, no en español, okay? So you need to research about it. Pardon?
3 movies.
Yeah. Movies names, movies titles, maybe. Yeah. But you are supposed to do it in the original language. Probably it's gonna be English. Probably. Remember, this could be about your own perspective. Por ejemplo, a mí esta película me parece re aburrida. Well, you need to explain probably why, okay? So of course, here at this point you are supposed to talk about why you consider that one funny. I consider this very funny because they have a lot of scenes in which are very creative with their jokes. Okay, perfecto. That's a hilarious movie. Well, because it's very, very funny. There you can not go into. But yeah, this is like forgetting in your mind. Okay, so why did you consider that one a little bit boring and a little bit unforgettable? Just about these different topics. Remember, 2 movies for each one of these different characteristics. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna start. So here we go with, okay, vamos a ver. Stephanie Orozco, tell me, 2 funny movies you've seen. 2 funny movies you have seen.
The movie Grown Ups, I found it very funny. Adam Sandler is a great actor.
Okay. I didn't like Adam Sandler, honestly. It's just like, his humor is always the same, to me. I mean, he has good movies, but it's just similar always to me. Okay, but okay, it's very good. Okay, Cruz Garcia, tell me another funny movie. Another funny movie. Hangover. Okay, why? What do you consider it?
The actors are very funny, and this word is good.
Okay, the work is good. Very nice. Good job. The performance is good as well. Waman Bryan, tal vez. Brando, not sure. Sí, Waman Bryan.
Sí.
Tell me some hilarious movies. Remember, we're talking about hilarious.
Hilarious movies. Jumanji.
Okay, Jumanji. What else? And why do you consider that hilarious? ¿La nueva o la clásica?
The new.
The new one, okay.
The new movie. The Dwayne Johnson is very funny in this film.
Okay.
And the movie, ¿cómo se dice causa?
Makes you feel, tal vez.
Makes you feel much risas, ¿cómo?
Love.
Yeah.
Makes you laugh. Okay, makes you laugh. Okay, good, very nice. Marlon, hilarious movie. Tell me some hilarious movies you got. Marlon? Very good. Belén, hilarious movies.
The movie they are like the children.
Son como niños.
Yes.
No.
Adam.
Go ahead.
Adam Sandler.
Well, what's kind of there? I know they're like children. Esa sería la traducción literal. En inglés se llama Grown Ups. Esa película, ¿no? Grown Ups. Okay, yeah, that's something very hilarious. It's very good. Jordan Arcos, tell me what's silly movies you have seen.
I recommend Two Falls Even More Follies. Why it is a comical and interesting film where its actor acts like false.
No.
Something.
I mean, here you got it. Déjame te reviso, Marlon. Esto es muy raro. Ahí puedes activarlo, Marlon. Quedaste in mute. That's actually so weird. Okay, so no, Jordan, this doesn't have sense because actually I was talking about silly movies. Caroline, tell me some silly movies you have seen. Caroline?
¿Me escuchas, teacher?
Yep. Yes, I can hear you. Pero no te escucho si no hablas.
Grown Up.
Okay, you consider that silly? Okay, another one maybe? Another? The Haida. Tell me another silly movie you consider, according to your own point of view. The Haida, mi problema. Sebastián, cabezas.
Ya dices cuál película.
Silly movies.
Silly movies. Dumb and Dumber, maybe.
Okay, Dumb and Dumber is a good one. That's, yeah, it's just like so silly actually. You can consider that very stupid, but yeah, it's weird actually to me as well. Okay, Angel, boring movies. Ángel, ¿tiene lema? Boring movies, oh my gosh, demoran demasiado, no tenemos tiempo. Tony Fabricio. Dana.
Boring movie.
Boring.
Boring. For me, The Mummy. The Mummy.
The Mummy? Okay. Yeah, The Mummy is a good one. No, necesito que hablen. Luis Sánchez, tell me.
Teacher, estaba en esa misma. Yo puse Not Another Teen Movie. Pero
Yeah.
necesitaba describirle.
Yeah, I know, I got the idea. That's just trying to relate that part. Okay, Ronnie, tell me some weird movies. Weird movies. Why are you not saying nothing? Amber, weird movies. Tell me some weird movies you've
Weird
seen.
movies don't have. I have Unforgettable.
Forgettable, what's that?
Pride and Prejudice. No, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, I got, probably you have heard, okay, this could be like the weirdest movie you probably seen. Ayer me dijeron una película super feísima, que apenas lo googleé, ya no me acuerdo, está so gross, asquerosísima. Pero bueno, weird movies. ¿Alguna vez han escuchado la película de Human Centipede? Human Centipede, el cien pies humano. That's actually so freaking weird. Okay, and I swear that's totally weird because it's just like gross, disgusting, and weird at the same time. Okay, no la recomiendo ver, pero it's so weird. Okay, yeah, it's something like weird. Another weird movie. To me, a weird movie is Coraline, I think, creo que se llama. Es una animación tipo Tim Burton, se le parece, ¿no? Que es de una niña que tiene ojos y les cosen.
Ojos de botón.
Yeah, you got it, okay? It's just like that one, okay? Se supone que es para niños, but this is so freaking weird to my point of view, okay? So, that's something that les causa esa sensación extraña de, okay, you know? Entonces, yeah, that's just talking about weird movies. Unforgettable movies. Juan Robalino, tell me an unforgettable movie for you.
Unforgettable movies like Titanic,
Okay.
Apocalypse Zombie, and John Wick.
Okay. And here you need to be clear about something. Unforgettable could be something depending about your own perspective. Para mí perdón, es una película inolvidable porque a mí me gustó y por este motivo. Entonces no tiene que haber exactamente un parámetro por el cual sea unforgettable, you know? Because that's gonna be just like a personal point of view. A romantic movie. Melanie.
Me Before You.
Okay, Me Before You. Creo que todo el mundo sabe esta película. Vamos con Hernán. Tell me a romantic movie you've seen. Maybe you haven't seen.
For me, it's Titanic and Passengers.
Okay, Passengers.
But have a very good plot.
Okay.
Romantic.
Yeah, very nice, very good. Vamos con David Domínguez. A thought-provoking movie. Thought-provoking movie.
Perdón, teacher, ¿me puede repetir? Tengo medio mal el internet hasta que se me va bien cada rato.
Movie. Thought-provoking movies.
De Gran Gatsby.
The Great Gatsby, okay? Yeah, it's interesting. The Great Gatsby is something very interesting. And yeah, it makes you think a lot. Okay. Thought-provoking, mucho ojo, ¿no? Thought-provoking no significa que necesariamente es, yo que sé, tipo Inception o tipo Interstellar, que tienen que estar 100% pilas a la película. Si se pierden una parte, ya no van a entender el final. No. Thought-provoking juegan ese plano, pero también en el sentido, les va a hacer pensar muchísimo sobre yo que sé, la situación histórica mencionada en este punto o algo así. Depende, ¿no? And a violent movie. Violent movies. David Olmedo.
A violent movie, Road to Terror. It seems violent to me for having a lot of blood and suffering of its victims.
Victims. That's it. Very nice. Good description. Ariel, a violent movie you've seen.
Violent movie. To me, it's the house or horror. I don't know if it's correct. House horror.
House. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
House is horror.
the plot that there has it to me is nice and it's very because there are a lot of kills to somebody and
Very good. Very nice. Good job. Okay, so what are we going to do right now, okay? You're going to listen for comprehension. So right here, you need to be so clear because the first part, you're going to listen for the main idea. So right here, you're going to listen to a kind of review about some different movies, okay? En el caso de que esta persona escuchando, recomiende la película, you're going to say yes, okay? Por ejemplo, Popcorn, ¿la recomienda? Yes. The Vacation, no. Aquamundo, yeah. And Wolf Babies, no. Okay, so you're gonna listen. Vamos a escuchar los reviews que está haciendo esta persona y ustedes van a determinar si recomienda o no recomienda. Okay, just like that. There we go.
Listen to the movie reviewer. Write a check next to the movies he recommends, and write an X next to the ones he doesn't. Good evening, movie lovers. This is Cinema Sid with quickie reviews and recommendations. Here are some of this week's openings. First up is Popcorn, a new comedy starring David Bodine and Judy Crabb. Unfortunately, Popcorn is a complete waste of time. The acting is terrible. The story's not at all interesting. As a matter of fact, I can't remember much about it, except that it was very strange. And for a movie that's supposed to be funny, it's not. You'll cry, not laugh, at spending your money on this silly, unfunny comedy, but with the usually very funny David Bodine. Our next film, The Vacation, is a well-acted and serious drama. Gene Wildman and Amy Collins play a couple who meet and fall in love, then travel to Rwanda on an innocent vacation. War breaks out, and you don't know till the end if they'll manage to get on the last plane to leave. An intelligent and interesting story. I highly recommend this wonderful film. There's some blood, so if you can't stand fighting or killing, it is a war film after all, don't see it. But if you like a good story you won't forget, this one's for you. Also reviewed this week is Aquamundo. Aquamundo is no science fiction film. It's based on real scientific research. Filmmaker Hans Schmerling shows the many medical uses of water around the world, from the underwater births of the Sheldrake Islanders to the water cures in Swiss hospitals. Schmerling shows how water can heal the world. While many people may think it's a silly idea, the film argues that it can actually happen. It makes you think about the importance of water. A beautiful film. Don't miss it. Finally, our last film this week is Wolf Babies. Whatever you do, don't take the kids to see this movie. They won't sleep for a week after they see this terrible story about human children captured by wolves. After they capture the children, these animals take them into the woods and change them forever. Then, when the children return to their families, they hunt younger children and capture them for the wolves. Adults will find the story stupid, but children won't forget these bloody, scary scenes for a long time.
Okay, so let's get listen one more time. This is going to be the last time for this one, because actually we're going to listen to, twice more.
This is Cinema Sid with quickie reviews and recommendations. Here are some of this week's openings. First up is Popcorn, a new comedy starring David Bodine and Judy Crabb. Unfortunately, Popcorn is a complete waste of time. The acting is terrible. The story's not at all interesting. As a matter of fact, I can't remember much about it, except that it was very strange. And for a movie that's supposed to be funny, it's not. You'll cry, not laugh, at spending your money on this silly, unfunny comedy, but with the usually very funny David Bodine. Our next film, The Vacation, is a well-acted and serious drama. Gene Wildman and Amy Collins play a couple who meet and fall in love, then travel to Rwanda on an innocent vacation. War breaks out, and you don't know till the end if they'll manage to get on the last plane to leave. An intelligent and interesting story. I highly recommend this wonderful film. There's some blood, so if you can't stand fighting or killing, it is a war film after all, don't see it. But if you like a good story you won't forget, this one's for you. Also reviewed this week is Aquamundo. Aquamundo is no science fiction film. It's based on real scientific research. Filmmaker Hans Schmerling shows the many medical uses of water around the world, from the underwater births of the Sheldrake Islanders to the water cures in Swiss hospitals. Schmerling shows how water can heal the world. While many people may think it's a silly idea, the film argues that it can actually happen. It makes you think about the importance of water. A beautiful film. Don't miss it. Finally, our last film this week is Wolf Babies. Whatever you do, don't take the kids to see this movie. They won't sleep for a week after they see this terrible story about human children captured by wolves. After they capture the children, these animals take them into the woods and change them forever. Then, when the children return to their families, they hunt younger children and capture them for the wolves. Adults will find the story stupid, but children won't forget these bloody, scary scenes for a long time.
Okay, you got the rest very easy, so here we go. Vamos a empezar con Stephanie. The first one, tell me. The reviewer recommended, yes or no? Stephanie Orozco?
Yes.
Jorge Romero, the first one, ¿la recomienda o no la recomienda?
No.
Correcto, aquí le dijo que no, para nada, dijo que es una pérdida de tiempo, es una pérdida de dinero. Ahí mencionaba en funny, esto no es en espacio funny, sino es UN funny, que es lo contrario a funny, ¿ok? Nada divertido. Vamos con Brian Cojilema, The Vacation.
Y recomendé. Sí, lo recomendó.
He highly recommended, actually, okay, because it's a well-acted movie. Very good. Ángel Tenelema, Aquamundo. David Dominguez, Aquamundo.
Yes, creo, teacher.
Yeah, actually it's true, because you say, this is a beautiful movie. Actually, many people can consider this the fact of water can heal some disease a little bit silly, but yeah, he recommended that one. And finally, Lisbeth, number 4, Wolf Babies.
No recommend.
Okay, Darren recommended, okay. So, very nice. Okay, what are we gonna do right now? You are going to listen one more time this conversation. Vamos a escuchar una sola vez esta vez, okay? And here, you're going to choose the different characteristics, okay? The different adjectives that characterized the movie. Vamos a escuchar y vamos a poner qué es lo que le caracteriza esta película. Pueden elegir más de una opción muchas veces, ¿no? There we go.
Listen carefully. This is Cinema Sid with quickie reviews and recommendations. Here are some of this week's openings. First up is Popcorn, a new comedy starring David Bodine and Judy Crabb. Unfortunately, Popcorn is a complete waste of time. The acting is terrible. The story's not at all interesting. As a matter of fact, I can't remember much about it, except that it was very strange. And for a movie that's supposed to be funny, it's not. You'll cry, not laugh, at spending your money on this silly, unfunny comedy, but with the usually very funny David Bodine. Our next film, The Vacation, is a well-acted and...
Okay, the first one. Tatiana, tell me the characteristics. Tell me the adjectives that define this movie.
Popcorn, boring.
Very nice.
No me acuerdo lo que dijo de que no era como divertida, funny.
Weird.
Unfunny. Okay.
Yes.
Que no es divertido sería unfunny, pero no, aquí no tenemos esa opción, aquí dice funny.
Funny.
La otra opción sería weird. Ajá, okay. Exacto. Si estuviera unfunny, ahí sí, okay. Pero en este caso, ¿cuáles son los que le definen? weird and boring. Very nice. There we go. Jahaira, la segunda, atenta. There you go.
Serious drama. Gene Wildman and Amy Collins play a couple who meet and fall in love, then travel to Rwanda on an innocent vacation. War breaks out, and you don't know till the end if they'll manage to get on the last plane to leave. An intelligent and interesting story. I highly recommend this wonderful film. There's some blood, so if you can't stand fighting or killing, it is a war film after all, don't see it. But if you like a good story you won't forget, this one's for you.
Okay, tell me, Jahaira.
Violent.
Okay, violent is a good one. It's violent. Another one. There are more. Unforgettable. Unforgettable. Okay. And what else? Because actually, there was another option. And it was a romantic film as well, because it was about a relationship, okay? Then the war recaps, and you know, that's romantic, violent, and unforgettable. Vamos a escuchar la siguiente.
Also reviewed this week is Aquamundo. Aquamundo is no science fiction film. It's based on real scientific research. Filmmaker Hans Schmerling shows the many medical uses of water around the world, from the underwater births of the Sheldrake Islanders to the water cures in Swiss hospitals. Schmerling shows how water can heal the world. While many people may think it's a silly idea, the film argues that it can actually happen. It makes you think about the importance of water. A beautiful film. Don't miss it. Finally,
Hey, Gabi, Aquamundo, tell me the characteristic that define it.
Sería boring.
Nunca lo mencionó. La mencionó en relación con boring.
Es que no le escuché bien. Dicho lo puedo repetir un poquito.
Okay, just time.
Schmerling shows how water can heal islanders to the water cures in Swiss hospitals. Schmerling shows how water uses of water around research. Film Aquamundo is no science fiction film. It's based on real scientific research. Filmmaker Hans Schmerling shows the many medical uses of water around the world, from the underwater births of the Sheldrake Islanders to the water cures in Swiss hospitals. Schmerling shows how water can heal the world. While many people may think it's a silly idea, the film argues that it can actually happen. It makes you think about the importance of water. A beautiful film. Don't miss it.
Okay. Are you clear now, Gabi?
So provoking.
Yeah, it's just self-provoking, porque no menciona nada bad, no menciona nada boring. Okay, but it's a beautiful movie. Belén, the last one, atento, okay? There you go.
Finally, our last film this week is Wolf Babies. Whatever you do, don't take the kids to see this movie. They won't sleep for a week after they see this terrible story about human children captured by wolves. After they capture the children, these animals take them into the woods and change them forever. Then, when the children return to their families, they hunt younger children and capture them for the wolves. Adults will find the story stupid, but children won't forget these bloody, scary scenes for a long time.
Okay, Belén.
Podría ser boring.
Boring could be because yeah, they say for adults could be a little bit silly, but puede ser entre sí no, pero hay otra que es más característica. Which one do you think? ¿Por qué decía que no le llega a los niños? Because it's very bloody. It means it's violent. Okay? Perfecto. ¿Qué vamos a hacer acá? Here, you're gonna listen for dictation, okay? I know dictation is sometimes like, oh my gosh, you need to listen all the words and try to say it as well. Suppose. Pero en este caso está muy sencillo, okay? Because here, you're gonna listen the first conversation, and then you just need to complete the words that are missing right here, okay? Solo son palabras que tienen que completar. There we go.
Listen to the following excerpts from the reviews. Complete each statement based on what you hear. 1. First up is Popcorn, a new comedy starring David Bodine and Judy Crabb.
Okay, what war was there?
Comedy.
Comedy, very good. It's a genre we already studied, very good.
2. Unfortunately, Popcorn is a complete waste of time.
Is what? Is what? Lisbeth.
Time.
Time, okay, very good. It's a complete waste of time. Es una frase muy interesante. Waste of time. Pérdida de tiempo, okay? Good. There we go with number 3.
3. Our next film, The Vacation, is a well-acted and serious drama.
There. What do we got?
Serious drama, dijo.
Yeah, very nice. Our next film, Vacation, is a well-acted and serious drama.
4. I highly recommend this wonderful film.
I highly
Recommend.
Recommend it.
recommend what?
Phil.
This wonderful film, okay? I highly recommend this wonderful film. Very nice.
5. Aquamundo is no science fiction film. It's based on real scientific research. 6.
Okay. Aquamundo es-
Science fiction film.
Science fiction.
Aquamundo is no science fiction. No es basado en ciencia ficción. It's based on the real scientific research.
6. A beautiful film. Don't miss it.
Don't.
A beautiful thing, don't miss it.
A beautiful thing.
Don't miss it. Very good. Beautiful film, don't miss it. No te lo puedes perder. No te lo tienes que perder. No te lo pierdas.
7. Adults will find the story stupid, but children won't forget these bloody, scary scenes for a long time. Listen to the following excerpt. Adults will find the story stupid, but children won't forget these bloody, scary scenes for a long
I
time.
already got there.
Story is stupid.
Story stupid.
Okay, and forget this.
Bloody.
Bloody. You got it. Just like that. It's something pretty nice. Okay? So you're doing great in this part. Don't worry. Okay? This is just about practicing. Estos ejercicios son muy útiles para que ustedes vayan cada vez desarrollando más lo que están listening, you know? Because it actually helps you to understand the different things that, according to the stories you're listening, in this case it's a review, you're going to practice. Okay? So in this part, we're going to learn about this interesting reviews, okay? You know, reviews is actually a kind of universal word because, yeah, si queremos ver algo, decimos, review de tal cosa, review de esta otra cosa. And it's something that actually helps you to understand if you like to watch it or not. Okay? Entonces, what's your all-time favorite movie? Okay? What's your all-time favorite movie? This is just about real movies. Todas estas películas que van a hablar aquí son películas reales. Okay? De hecho, ustedes pueden verlos. Okay? So we're gonna listen. Vamos a empezar con Sebastián. Can you read the first one, please?
Por eso te digo, dales de comer, acércales con el hociquito para que coma.
I've just seen Lucy, one a great movie, perhaps one of the most hilarious romantic comedies of all time. Before I saw the movie, I thought the plot sounded both very silly, but it wasn't. Dustin Hoffman stars as out-of-work actor Michael Dorsey, who dressed a woman to get a part on a TV drama. But problems begin when he falls in love with his co-star Jessica Lange, who doesn't know Michael is a man. If you want a good laugh, be sure to see this funny.
Okay, so you know right here they're talking about I've just seen Tootsie, what a great movie. Perhaps one of the most hilarious romantic comedies of all time. Before I saw the movie, I thought the plot sounded both weird and silly, but it wasn't. Dustin Hoffman stars out of the work actor Michael Dorsey, who dresses as a woman to get part on a TV drama. But problems begin when he falls in love with his co-star, Jessica Lange, who doesn't know Michael is a man. If you want a good laugh, be sure to see this funny film. Okay, very nice. Dana, the next one, please.
When someone says that commentaries are boring, I say you have to see Grizzly Man, one of the most sound-provoking documentaries of all time. This 2005 movie by German director Werner Herzog tells the true story of the life and deed of the Timothy Treadwell, who lived for 13 years among bears in the Alaska wilderness. Treadwell believed that he could live near bears without dangers. In the end, however, Treadwell and his girlfriend are threatened by bears. Even if you would rather avoid violence, go to see Grizzly Man because there is no actual violence on screen.
Thank you. When someone says that documentaries are boring, I say, you have to see Grizzly Man, one of the most thought-provoking documentaries of all time. This 2005 movie by German director Werner Herzog tells the true story of the life and death of Timothy Treadwell. Okay, esta es una persona real que existió, who lived for 13 years among bears in the Alaska wilderness. Treadwell believed that could live near bears without danger. In the end, however, Treadwell and his girlfriend are killed by bears. Even if you could rather avoid violence, just see Grizzly Man because there's no actual violence on the screen. Interesting. I've heard about that movie. Just escuchado sobre esto. Okay, and finally this one. Ariel, what's going on?
The next.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Rebecca Lina me llama Jose. Have you seen Casablanca for the 100th time? It's the most romantic movie in the world. And there is one movie I would rather see. Emperor Boyard and injured government starts a former lovers who meet after many years. They're still in love, but have to make some difficult choices. The heroine is unforgettable and always makes me cry. This movie was made in 1942, but it's always new. Yes, that's what makes it a classic.
Very nice. I've just seen Casablanca for 100th time. It's the most romantic movie in the world, and there's no movie I would rather see. Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman stars as the former lovers who met after many years. They're still in love and have to make some difficult choices. The ending is unforgettable and always makes me cry. This movie was made in 1942, but it's always new. I guess that's what made it classic. Okay, well, for sure, I was telling you to use something about those different movies. Okay, just let me show right here, because actually, those movies are real. You know, if you Google, see, you're gonna find this movie. Okay, it's for real. It's sure. To me, that looks so weird. Okay, porque el actor se parece a una profe que alguna vez tuve. Okay, but yeah, it's just like weird. Okay, so yeah, it's supposed that it's a romantic comedy. It's actually very old, but you know, just depending on that part. We go with Grizzly Man. This is another real movie. It's a kind of documentary. Well, you can actually find here. You know, it's based on a real story. It's just like what happened about the life of this man, because actually he died killed by those birds. Okay. Something very interesting because it's gonna help you to understand how many people can be a little bit fanatic talking about their lives, but they are not aware of the problems they can find. You know? And finally, Casablanca. It's just like it's un super clásico. Okay, just in blanco y negro, and probably is a classic that most of the people, maybe here not in Ecuador, know about it, but maybe in Anglo-Saxon countries, yeah, they are gonna understand about this part. Okay, porque es super clásico. Classic movie, es la parte más característica, you know. Y esta escena de hecho ha sido copiada un montón de veces, un montón de cosas, dibujos, and you know, a lot of things, because it's something very interesting. Okay, so yeah, all these movies are real, as I told you before, okay? Are real movies. And in this part, you're gonna tell me something about these different things, okay? You got 3 real movies. 3 real movies: Tootsie, Grizzly Man, and Casablanca. According to the description, according to the recommendation of these people, you're going to decide which movie would you like to see. Okay? Which movie would you like to see? Ya tienen aquí las descripciones. Leemos las descripciones si es necesario nuevamente y me van a decir cuál de estas películas les gustaría ver. There you go. Think about it, okay? And you need to support your ideas. You need to argue with your different point of view. ¿Por qué me gustaría ver esta película? Okay? That's it. Please start working. Here actually got some adjectives we learned, okay, que ya hemos aprendido antes, like thorough or fascinating, frightening, disgusting, scaring, peculiar, awful, exciting, great interest, and bloody, initial, terrific, and pretty good. Okay, you can use so different adjectives, just thinking about it. Gotta do something, okay? Gotta play the trailer of the movie. If maybe you were not clear about it, or vamos a ponerles el trailer de la película, okay? This is quality, okay? So here we go.
Casablanca, city of hope and despair, located in French Morocco in North Africa. The meeting place of adventurers, fugitives, criminals, refugees lured into this danger-swept oasis by the hope of escape to the Americas. But they're all trapped, for there is no escape. Against this fascinating background is woven the story of an imperishable love and the enthralling saga of 6 desperate people, each in Casablanca to keep an appointment with destiny.
I was willing to shoot Captain Rhino, and I'm willing to shoot you. All right, Major, you asked for it.
You knew how much I loved you. How much I still love you.
A good deal more about you than you suspect. I know, for instance, that you're in love with a woman. It's perhaps a strange circumstance that we both should love the same woman.
What do you want for Sam?
Don't buy and sell human beings.
That's too bad. That's Casablanca's leading commodity.
You can ask any price you want, but you must give me those letters.
That's all right.
I tried to reason with you. I tried it. Now I want those letters.
Just got it right, or that's the trailer of Casablanca. Let's get and watch the trailer. It looks weird. I don't know why. To me, it looks so weird. Just let me put it right here. There we go.
Let me tell you about my client, Michael Dorsey. He was a fine actor, maybe a great actor. But for every role he wanted, there was a reason why he wasn't right. Sorry, you're too tall. I can be shorter. No, can't use you. Too short. Oh, I can be taller. Too moody. Next.
Too old.
Too stubborn. You're too much trouble. Too tough. Too temperamental. Too pushy. Too difficult. Michael, no one will hire you. Just watch me. But boy, did he show us. He auditioned for the female lead on a soap opera and became the hottest new actress in America. And you know what? No one knows his new identity, not even the girl he's madly in love with. Soon everyone will know that she's Dustin Hoffman and he's Tootsie.
Okay, I think there you got a clear context, okay? Because, yeah, for real, era una persona a quien no le querían contratar. Ay, estás muy viejo, todo eso, ¿no? Pero, again, you just got it. So, man, trailer. Now we're gonna go watch the last one. Okay, just start with director.
For 13 years, Timothy Treadwell lived among the grizzly bears in the Alaskan wilderness. During that time, he shot over 100 hours of videotape. Until 2003, when he was killed by one of the bears he had sworn to protect.
Well, I'm here with one of my favorite bears. It's Mr. Chocolate. Hey, Mr. Chocolate. He's been with me for over a decade, and he's been my good friend. Oh, he's a big bear. He's a big bear. A very big bear. Wow.
When you spend a lot of time with bears day after day, there's a calling that makes you want to come in and spend more time in the world.
Expedition 2001, I came here and protected the animals as best I could. In fact, I'm the only protection for these animals out here. Animals rule. Timothy conquered.
He tended to want to become a bear.
Most times I'm a kind warrior out here. Occasionally I am challenged, and in that case, the kind warrior must become a samurai.
I think he had lost sight of what was really going on, or he got what he was asking for, he got what he deserved.
Come here and try to do what I do. You will die. You will die here. We need more rain! Melissa is eating her babies! Timothy, I'm getting a bad feeling about you. I can smell death all over my fingers. I will die for these animals. I will die for these animals. I will die for these animals.
Now the longhorns are gone, and the drovers are gone, the Comanches are gone.
Okay, so you got the 3 different trailers about these different movies, okay? So, now you're clear about what is about each movie, okay? So you're gonna tell me. You got 3 minutes to think about which movie would you like to see, okay? So while you're working on that, I'm gonna start with assistance. You need to implement your ideas. It's like, okay, I would like to watch maybe because it's something very interesting to know about someone that was considered very old to be an actor. Then he decided to change it to girl, and that when he's gonna be hired. Hired significa contratado, ¿no? Entonces no va a ser contratado, no va a contratar. And fired, despedido. Hired and fired. You're working, just gonna check. Which movie would you like to see? Roxana Elizabeth Acuña. She never wrote me, so it's not my problem. Jordan Adonis. Yes, you were here. Michael Patricio. Okay. Juan Carlos Atupaña. Evelyn Dayanara. Jennifer Paula. Yes, you were here. Sebastian Yap. Johnny Kando.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Melanie, yes, you were here. Ariel as well. Kevin, yep. Brian David.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. David Danilo. David, yes, you were here. Paulina Gabriela, yes, you were here. Kevin, John, yep. Lisette Alejandra, yes, you were here. Jocelyn Talia, yes. Brian Andres. Yeah, I know. Brian Andres Woman.
Here.
William Javier.
Present,
yes, you were here. Alison Ranchel. Yep, you were here. Alina Yap. Amber Yap. Dana as well. Brian David. It's gonna Brian for sure. Fernanda Lices.
Present, teacher.
Lisbeth Anaí.
Present, teacher.
Ángel Israel.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Hernán Darío.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Leonardo Saúl. Leonardo Saúl, are you there? Nope. Okay. Jaher Estefania.
Present.
Sebastián Alejandro, just wrote me. Marlon Sebastián. I know your microphone is not working. David Israel, yes, you were here. Stephanie Dayanara, yes, you were here. Tatiana Stephanie, yeah, you were here. Catherine Nicole. Nope. Juan Esteban, yes, you were here. Jorge Gustavo, yes, you were here. Luis Sanchez, yeah. Ronnie Fabricio, yes. Angel Orlando, yep, as well. Caroline, yes, you were here. Belen, as well. And Jonathan Israel Villegas. Nope, okay. There we go. Okay, we are around to finish the class, so don't worry about it. And we are going to start with this part. So tell me, Angel, which movie would you like to see? Which of these movies you got here you would like to see?
I like to see Casablanca because it's a classical movie. It's a romantic movie.
Okay, that's a good answer. What about you, Brian Woman? What about you? Which movie would you like to see?
I like. Iba a decir Casablanca también.
Okay, it's okay. No te preocupes. Argumenta. ¿Por qué?
Casablanca is a classic movie también. The ambiente is the 18s.
45 de hecho. Son unos 40 más o menos.
This movie classic this. I like this type of movie.
I know, it's like the vintage feeling you got in that movie. It's so something very interesting. Okay, Jorge Romero, which movie would you like to see? Which is this movie?
I like to see Casablanca because this movie tell about a classic genre.
Okay, genre. Yeah, you're right. Amber, which of these movies you would like to see?
I would like to see the documentary currently made. All of because it's so interesting and it is a real life story, and I would like to know how these people can relate to really, I don't know how to pronounce it, relacionarse. Relate, yeah. To an animal that is known to be wild.
Wild. That's wild. Okay, yeah. Actually, it's very interesting, that one. Okay, David, which movie you would like to see? David Olmedo?
Escuché a Gaby, teacher.
No worries, okay.
A ver, Casablanca, I would like to see it since it is a classic of the cinema. It is about a romance, and its story seems very interesting to my sims. It takes place in ancient times.
Okay, it sounds very nice. And we're gonna finish with Juan Robalino. Tell me which one of these movies you would like to see.
I like Tutsi because it's very funny, hilaristic, and I like comedy movies because I feel happy.
Okay, it's actually something nice, you know? Because actually, you just got there. Si no se dieron cuenta prácticamente con lo que ustedes dijeron, ya describieron y recomendaron una película. Okay? So it's actually so easy because, yeah, of course, you just can't describe, you can't recommend talking about what's the plot for you. Okay? Probably, how did you understand the plot and how could you like to start with that part? Even though you didn't watch the movie, estoy seguro que muchos de ustedes no han visto esas películas, pero sin embargo, basado en los trailers, basados en los readings, los different reviews that these people did, you got the idea about this one, okay? So it's actually something pretty easy. Martes, miércoles. Oh my gosh, it's my ass. Oh my gosh. Bueno, me parece que no avanzamos con esta parte, ¿ok? que es just about the rhythm, entonces lo más seguro es que les ponga como deber. Okay, va a ser uno de los deberes que les mando fuera de mi horario. Entonces sí, pero es solo about read this part, ¿ok? Entonces no se preocupen, les voy a asignar al final de... Ahorita mismo les voy a tomar unas capturas, simplemente les voy a poner para que completen, ¿ok? Es muy sencillo, you're just gonna read this part. ¿Por qué? Porque con esto nosotros ya acabamos la unidad. Y recuerden que al final de la unidad, ¿qué vamos a hacer? A unit work. ¿Ok? So probably el domingo en la noche yo ya les tenga el unit work en la plataforma. Entonces para que estén pendientes de ello, ¿no? En este caso, muchísimo ojo a las personas que no presentaron el unit work o las personas que tienen una nota muy baja, ya que si vuelven a tener una nota muy baja, esto les va a perjudicar bastante en su calificación final, ¿no? Entonces, para que estén pendientes de ello. Okay, this unit work is going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be kind of presentation, but I'm sure. Okay, especially I haven't thinking about it yet. Okay, porque sí, ya mismo se acaba el parcial, ¿no? Estoy seguro que con las otras materias ya están ahorita haciendo proyectos finales, por aquí, por acá, pero bueno, pensando en eso, va a ser algo un poco más sencillo, ¿ok? No, bueno, que realmente el video era muy fácil, pero I think it's gonna be a group work, maybe. ¿Ok? Bueno, eso es todo por hoy, chicos. Muchísimas gracias. Para mí siempre es un gusto volver a haberles visto esta vez y compartir con ustedes. Cuídense mucho y nos vemos en la siguiente clase. Take care, guys. See you.
Recording stopped.
Hasta luego, teacher.
Thank you,
Goodbye,
teacher.
guys.
Hasta luego.
Goodbye.
Bye, teacher.